Hello from the Crystal Coast. This is Pastor Kevin, and it's Monday, March the 23rd. I want to share with you a few thoughts from Psalm chapter 80 today. It's a psalm written at a time when God's people were experiencing some difficulties, and they really needed God's help, God's intervention. And in Psalm 80, there is a refrain that's repeated a couple of times. In verse 3, restore us, O God, let your face shine that we may be saved. And then again in verse 7, restore us, O God of hosts, let your face shine that we may be saved. And then finally, the psalm concludes in verse 19, restore us, O Lord God of hosts, let your face shine that we may be saved. That phrase, restore us, literally can mean turn us again. And this is certainly an opportunity for us to turn to God in a very intentional way as we turn both our attention and our thoughts, our minds to who God is and what God is up to in our lives as He reveals to us really more of who He is, that He is our creator God. He's the one that made us and is the one who sustains us. He is our warrior God who fights for us, who goes to battle on our behalf. He is our promise-keeping God. We can rely on the promises that He has made to us. I was thinking about a quote I shared this past Sunday from Spurgeon, where when they were going through a similar kind of situation to what we are today, in his day, when thinking about what was God doing, he said, I believe it to be this: to awaken up our indifferent population, to make them remember that there is a God, to startle Christians into energy and earnestness, that they may work while it is called today. And so this is certainly an opportunity for us to be awakened to a new acknowledgement and awareness of God's presence in us. These refrains in this psalm also are a reminder of the blessing that God commanded Aaron and the priests to speak over His people when they instituted worship in the tabernacle. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. And it's just a reminder, at least to me today, that it is the blessing of God's presence in our lives that turns our hearts and our minds to Him and will ultimately be the source of our salvation. I'm grateful for the way you are encouraging others right now. It was so good to see many of you this past Sunday at our drive-in service at Mac Daddy's, even if it was from a distance. We're planning on having our Sunday gatherings just like that in the future. This coming Sunday, we'll gather at the same location at Mac Daddy's at the same time, 10:30. We know we had some technical difficulties with our video for our Facebook feed and our YouTube video, and our crew is working to resolve those issues this coming Sunday. I did get a sweet colored picture from a couple of our kids this past Sunday as they were leaving that I appreciated so much. What a great reminder. The Lord restores my soul. And so thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for the way that you continue to love our community like never before.